Before we get started, just wanted to say we passed a 2.63 by our stats. Very good tonight. No aces. All right.
Questions?
How much does the team feed off of Laney's energy when she's on the court?
Well, I thought tonight it was pretty huge and apparent. I mean, Illinois could not get a tip down, and that's like the biggest energy suck when you let tips drop. So Laney was picking them up from everywhere, and I think she did an awesome job just taking charge of that from the get-go.
To have a first set where you don't have an attack error and jump out to an 8-1 lead or whatever was, how good was that to see?
It was really good. I gave credit on the post-game radio show to Macy. She came up with one of our group team goals tonight was to have Illinois call a timeout before the media timeout. So I thought that was a great goal, and it was fun to see us accomplish that and give her some props. But I think it's always a challenge because it's very easy to get into a match and try to feel out another team. But we didn't do that tonight. We came out and played great, and I thought kind of what we planned to do worked really well, and we stuck with it.
Ever had a hitter go hit 1,000?
I think maybe once.
How incredible was that?
Yeah.
Connect on online sport.
I was like, I didn't even know who did that. Andy? Okay, that's really good.
You didn't know?
No, not until you just said that. So it was awesome. Yeah. Great job, Andy.
Maybe this is kind of an interesting part of the season. It's, you're not quite to the postseason yet. It's maybe not the biggest matches you're going to play all season, but how have you kind of worked to keep the team mentally engaged right now?
I don't really feel like that myself or the staff's done anything different or anything that, new. The team's taking care of business, and they're the ones that come and focus every day, and I think our leadership's been good, and I think they continue to be hungry. I also think the depth of this team helps. Like I've said all year, it helps when you're in practice. Practices are really tough, and even in November, you saw tonight, like the positions are still pretty thin of, the changes we can make. So you got to work hard every day, or somebody else can get it done. And I also feel like our team knows it's just a matter of time before we really get pushed, and they're trying to the best they can to stay ahead of that.
How significant is that passing number to hitting 480?
I think it's pretty significant. I thought we passed really well. We had scouted Illinois to be a pretty good serving team, and so to come out and pass great and then have that translate to such a big number, especially in that set one, was pretty huge for us.
You've done it a few times now, but what does it say about the team? You've subbed a bunch, tried a bunch of different things, and there was no let up, and again, season high.
Says a lot about this team and that they're all ready to go and they trust each other and they understand, why we're doing it, and it could, be something we have to use in December. But we talked about it as a staff between games 2 and 3. Like, are we crazy? It's November to completely switch outsides, but we do it every day in practice. So it felt like, okay, let's go for it.
You guys did have a hitting error in the first set, and then Campbell came in 18-7 and continued that streak. What does it say about her, and how difficult is that to come off the bench and keep the offense still running really well?
I think as a setter, it's super difficult, and you're not warm, you're not out there in the flow, and for her to come in and continue that percentage, just hats off to like mentally staying ready. Also, like if she can do that repeatedly, it's just going to make her stronger when she's a starting setter and understand what it takes to get out of ruts, and it's just like flexing her, mental muscle, for lack of a better term.
Laney finished with 20 digs. Is that a product of her floor coverage, or was Illinois, their offense was kind of...
No, she just picking up tips, and I think that was definitely her floor coverage and probably some tips that were other players, but, our liberos have green light to get as much as they possibly can, so she took that to heart tonight.
When she makes a play like she did in that second set where she laid out to get the rejection from Victoria, are you used to that yet, or is that just another Laney making a play like she does?
Oh, I felt like that was, it was a little bit different because it was a cover ball, so it's like you're really protecting your teammate and saving them from an error and keeping the play going. So, those are even more electric, in my opinion, than just a nice dig.
Final questions? All right.
All right, thanks, guys.